So I'm working on my proposal for English 102, and I'm going to try the opposing viewpoints database, which I learned about in English 101, because it has a lot of different things on it and all different kinds of media. So I'm on the library webpage, and so I'm just going to go and search articles. This is how I always find the database. There are other ways too. If I go to O for opposing viewpoints, it's right here at the top. And this is a really neat website because it's just loaded with things and issues. I did learn, whoops, that I should put the phrase in quotes because it will search it as a phrase. But once that's in there, you can see it suggests a whole bunch of other searches. It's kind of like Google, except a lot more focused on academic stuff. So I'm going to search video games. And you get this kind of issue page when you do a search like that, and you can see there's a nice little overview, um, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. So like these are featured viewpoints from different authors, and you can see they come from pretty good publications like Chronicle of Higher Education, government publications and such. These are just viewpoints. The featured ones tend to have the most people link to them more often, or maybe they're a little bit more recent. Um, these here are just 68 of them. I can look at the top 3 or just click on here and find a whole bunch of other viewpoints. You can see it's pretty new, 2011. They tend to sort by dates. The newest stuff goes on the top. Let me go back to this other page. There's videos linked up, usually from high quality sources like PBS and things. It links up to newspapers, usually the big 5 like New York Times and San Francisco Chronicle, and magazines that kind of cover the gamut. Time, which is pretty general, National Review, which tends to be a little bit more conservative. And then, of course, you have your academic journals, reference articles, and then just a statistic. So if your instructor's like, a statistic here might be good, there's plenty of them to be found here. And then it even goes to the web and pulls out relevant websites. Well, I'm really kind of curious about debates about video games and recent debates, so I'm just going to basically focus on these viewpoints, and I'll just go right in here, and I'm seeing some rather recent things about video games and real-world violence. So here's one that says they are linked, and here's one that says they're not linked. Fascinating. And so I think what I'm going to wind up doing is focusing on these 2 articles and see what the pro-con is, and after reading through them, see if I have if there are any gaps or areas that just don't seem right. A lot of times with these articles, I find, because I'm a gamer, from playing a lot of games, I see things that somebody who's just analyzing them from an outside perspective might not see. And so that's how I'm going to kind of focus in on this. And you'll see that there are a lot of other things. Like, it starts off with some really good questions to help focus reading. And my favorite part is at the very end, they give further reading. So if I really like this article, or I really am annoyed by this article, I can go and dig deeper. So that's opposing viewpoints, and that's how I think I'm going to look for my topic. Thanks.